adhered to. As I was discussing, we don't have uniforms in our class, in our school. But what is a non-negotiable? ID card. You cannot have a child without an ID card. If a child is violating the dress code, we have a dress code though. The students have to wear a full trouser with a t-shirt or a formal shirt. This is the dress code. Color may be varying. If a child is not wearing the dress code, the child will be sent back home. They will not stay at any circumstances. Parent has to come pick up, or parent has to bring a child has to change and sit in the class. So we have some non-negotiables that we do. There could be some non-negotiables for you also. So write those non-negotiables. You discuss in your crew, at least create 5 non-negotiables that you want your class to follow. Okay? You can do it with your students sitting together as a co-creating norms. You can co-create non-negotiables with your students, or you as a teacher can create some non-negotiables, put it on the display, and every time when you enter the class, say to it that the child is following the non-negotiables, which will create again a disciplined environment in the classroom. So we have, it's almost 5 to 12, 7. We will wind up with 5 non-negotiables. Please do it on your A4 sheet or A3 sheet kept on the tables quickly. I'm just giving you 4 or 5 minutes of time. If you want to just have, when you hear me, clap once. Thank you. I have written it as 10 minutes, but it's because we are running behind the time. I'm just giving you 5 minutes. What we can do is, since, again, there is a concept called as gallery work. This is again a strategy. You can note this down, gallery work strategy, where suppose I ask my students to do a task, the students have done the task. What my students will do is, we have all the walls, we have display boards in our classes. We have made it in that way. Students keep these charts on the display boards, and students do a silent gallery walk. They move around the charts, they observe, they read, and something that is very new to them, they put a star mark over there and note that point in their notebook. Be it subject, be it anything. That's called as a gallery walk reflection. So this can be done when you want to summarize a chapter. Suppose I have taught a chapter, I ask all my crew members to summarize the chapter. Children have summarized it on a chart. You display all 7 or 8 charts, and you ask each crew to move around the charts and see whether at any point extra somebody has written, you can note that down. So it's a summarization of the chapter. So gallery work is very easily done. Within 10 minutes, you can complete the gallery work reflection also. So I'll give you an example what a non-negotiable is. I'm just giving you an example. You can take any of them. For example, I do take attendance and ensure all students are accounted for all times or at all times. I do not leave students unattended. I do not discourage struggling learners. I do not manage student misbehavior using unkindness or humiliation. Sarcasm is something that some teachers, we as educators at times do. Okay, you don't know this also. You're in grade 10th, you're in grade 12th. It's a sarcasm. Child is not knowing it. There's nothing wrong not knowing it, right? Child might not be knowing it. Child might have studied in grade 5. Child might have studied in grade 8. Child may not remember in grade 10th. You can't just say, I can't teach this class. They don't know this concept also. There are teachers who are like that. It's a sarcasm. Sarcasm will only create negative environment, but not positive. So that is one non-negotiable I can write. I don't want to use any sarcasm. I do not ignore bullying or harassment. If I see somebody calling with names, I will not ignore. Sometimes it happens, no, I have come to class, I'm only, solving the children problems. When will I complete my syllabus? Ignore. We do sometimes. It's quite natural. But when you ignore such comments, such bullying, it will continue. So this is again a non-negotiable. Any 5 non-negotiables, you can pick it from here, or which you feel that you want to see in your class, please put it down on your A4 size sheets. I'm just giving you, it's 12 right now, 12:05 we will complete. I'll take a chit from this. There are table numbers written. That table number can explain what they have written. Okay? Let's go ahead. Start.
एक शीट हो गया अभी दूसरा कोई एक्टिविटी करेंगे
The sheet that is circulated to you is not for now. It's for the next activity. Now, right now it's non-negotiables.
अरेंज कर
Last 2 more minutes. How many more minutes? Are we done? Thumbs up, thumbs down. None of them have done. Thumbs up. Okay, one crew has done. Count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here everybody, stop writing. Waterfall. What do you say? Louder. Waterfall. Such a bad waterfall. 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 All together, waterfall. Very nice. Okay, now I'm going around, moving around the tables. Somebody is going to pick up one table number. Whichever table number comes in, that table will share those negotiables. Okay? Please allot one person from your crew to speak.
20.
Table number 20. Which is table number 20. Okay. One non-negotiable is?
Respect to the teachers and fellow students. Second thing, proper gesture and dress code in classroom. Murmuring inside the class without knowing the teacher. Eating snacks or chewing gums among them.
Common problem.
In exam hall, speaking silently to ask something. Give me your eraser, stationery items.
Okay.
Without having them.
Borrowing items from
Yeah,
each
like borrow.
other. Okay, very good. Can we have a clap? Silent clap. Silent clap. Silent clap. We are not exercising. We are happy. Yes. Okay.
Table number 9.
Shall I say from teacher's point of view? Actually, remedial support can be given and it should not be avoided. As per the different kinds of sets of students, we can assess differently. Different techniques regarding assessment strategies can be adopted because efficiency of all the students are not the same. And moreover, one more thing is negative labeling of the students should be avoided inside the classroom by pointing out this and that. Then a set of rules for seating arrangements can be maintained. Then and there, if we go with a routine change of students' treatment, means this will also make them get cooperated and make the classroom very interactive so that they can understand the concept and they explore whatever it is. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
okay,
you.
Can we please clap? Silent clap. Silent clap, please. Okay. Two more tables we'll take. Pick it up.
7.
Table number 7.
I ensure the safety and well-being of all children.
Safety and well-being of
All children. I do not threaten to physically.
I will have a Kaun Banega Karodpati also here. Sir, she is speaking.
I do not threaten to physically harm students. I do not leave students unattended. I treat every children with love, kindness and affection. I make sure that every student be treated equally.
Did you observe the 5 statements? What she said? Can you read the first 2 statements again, ma'am?
I ensure the safety and well-being of all children.
Second,
I do not threaten to physically harm students.
third.
I do not leave students unattended.
Okay, so what did you, thank you so much. Can you first clap? Okay, second and third statements talk about I do not. Okay, I also used maybe in one of, but what we usually do is instead of saying I do not do this, I do this. Right? I refrain from passing sarcastic comments. I encourage my children to be positive in the class. I encourage inclusivity in the classroom. I respect each individual in my class. We will not say, I will not ask my children to do this. I don't want my children to do this. Feedback also, when in the notebooks, no, for us it is compulsory to give a feedback. Initially I used to feel how many notebooks, how many feedbacks can I give? So they used to tell us, write a positive feedback first in the notebook. All answers have been very well structured. And then write your feedback. The diagrams would have been much better. Look at the symmetry of the diagrams. Practice or reiterating the fact that you need improvement in presentation of your answer. Instead of writing, maintain your notebook neatly. We write like that, no? Maintain your notebook neatly. Very shabby handwriting. That will create negative comments. You don't believe, children, in our school we don't use red pen only. We use only green pen, which is not visible to me also when I check. Green pens are very light, when you check. But checking with a red pen creates a negativity to the child's mind. That is what is research done by scientists. And in North India, all schools are asked only to use green pens. Only in the board checking, we use red pen. Even in half yearlies, even in finals, everybody will use only green pen. All comments in green pen only. Because seeing too much of red in their notebooks and, in their papers, give more negativity to the child. That's what they say. Okay? So, whenever we give anything, suppose in the class also child is doing this. Why are you doing this nonsense? Instead of saying, can we avoid this better? Can we avoid doing this? The child will understand. Okay, ma'am is requesting. She is not commanding. Request will take more than command. Children will not do anything when I say, I think we can refrain from doing this better. Let's not do this. And it's done. And it works, children. It's work, teacher. It's not that it doesn't work. It works really well. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Once again. Okay, somebody else. Did you take the chit? This room.
Table number 13.
Table number 13.
There is no table number 13. 13 is not a good number. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am.
Treat every child with respect and kindness.
Yes.
Treat every child with respect and kindness. Show patience, emotional support to children. We use polite words. We treat every child equally. Observe child progress daily. Child progress.
Observe child's progress daily. Okay.
We teach students to playway methods. We teach children to keep our surroundings clean.
Very nice.
Encourage students to actively participate, all the participants.
Ma'am has violated the rule of 5. She has gone beyond 5. So this is the instructional problem. It's a communicator's problem, not teacher's problem. Okay, thank you so much. Can we have a clap for everybody? Great, thank you so much. Okay, let's move ahead. So these non-negotiables can be for the year, you can create if you want, or for your own specific subject class also you can create. Today I want my children to complete at least the first 2 pages of their reading. Let's say English teacher is there, or a poem is, you're doing a poem. And in that you'll say, okay, today let's all complete this. That's a non-negotiable for you. You will write it on the board. You'll write, this is a non-negotiable for me. Today, at least 5 new vocabulary words I'm going to study. Mandatorily 5 vocabulary words you need to understand that. That's a non-negotiable. So you can use the non-negotiables in whichever format you want as a subject or as a class as a whole also you can talk about, right? So can we have this? मेरा फोटो आ गया. So there's a video here. So I'm going to show you a video today. It's about, there are sheets that are circulated to you which talks about norms of collaboration. We just have 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, this activity I wanted to do because we want much more time for this. Maybe you can take this with you. You can have your conversations with your own teammates in your groups. It could be subject groups or it could be your grade groups, whichever you feel like. This is something, I'll just explain, 5 minutes of explanation I'll do because it will take a very long time. I don't think we'll be able to finish it off because my conversations are a little longer. There are 7 norms. I'll just tell you what are the 7 norms. And we ensure that they are followed in the class. Okay? What I thought was, I'll give you some time to prepare and you can enact. There are people who are dramatic here. Anybody who can do a drama? Who is good at drama? Very nice. One teacher has raised their hand. Who else? We all have dramas only. Every day we do. Eh? We all can do drama, right? Okay. If time permits, we'll do at the end. Okay? Otherwise, maybe next time you can have your conversations within your group. Okay? Because when I do, we have 3 days workshops generally. These I'm consolidated to 1 day because I don't have time. I have to go tomorrow. So otherwise, we had it for 3 days, 2 days, at least 2 days workshop to complete all this because it takes a lot of time. We have a video, so I think I've opened that video also in one of the tabs. Audio is connected. These many words of British. This way, camera. Okay, abhi on mat karna. I'll just tell you. Okay, we are talking about communication. You remember the activity we did in the morning where I said right hand up, right, on your cheek, again, on your chin, and everybody put it on the cheek, right? So why is it important to have a good communication? What I'm doing and what I'm listening, you all paid attention to what I'm doing rather than what I'm saying, right? So how to bring in that sync between what we do and what we say, okay? So this is a very, I like advertisements a lot. Most of my presentations, I use all advertisements that I feel, old ones. I am a ancient person, so I use old videos. So there is an audio also. Start. Full screen हो सकता है? Full screen. Yeah. This you must have seen this advertisement. Audio नहीं आ रहा है, audio इस पे. So I stop the video ना, otherwise मजा नहीं आएगा. This is an advertisement on Camlin whiteboard marker. There's no audio there. So when you're sharing the
one. Okay. நான் நீ காமிச்சா அப்படியே play பண்ணு. இதே translation. இது மாதிரி எங்க இருக்கு? இது எங்க இருக்கு?
I do have it. You can directly connect the speaker to my headset. I can do that also. It's from YouTube only. No, can you connect the audio to my laptop?
Yeah, that's what.
Connect the audio to my laptop. The wire to my laptop.
நீங்கள் வீடியோ இதில் ப்ளே பண்ணுங்கள், ஆடியோ இதில் ப்ளே பண்ணுங்கள் சார். பார்த்தேன்.
Yeah, sorry for the technical glitch.
Yeah, give us 1 minute, we will do it.
Just like how we used to do in the online class. We are frozen. So connect the wire to my laptop. Huh?
What this organization really needs is a one-on-one approach. What this organization really needs is a one-on-one.
Without audio also we can play. Let it play first. Okay, we need silence and observe, okay? So can we pause the video? Can we pause the video? Pause the video. Okay. What he says is, what our organization needs is one-to-one approach. What do the people do? They stand on each other. One-to-one approach. Okay, continue. Continue, sir. Leave the audio, leave the audio.
What this organization really needs is a one-on-one approach. Diamond are good markers. What this organization really needs is repositioning. That means diamond are good markers. What this organization desperately needs is change.
Okay, it's nice to see this kind of advertisements. There's a lot of reflection behind this. What was lacking in the person who was talking about his organization? Communication. Correct way of communication. what our organization needs, repositioning, everybody was shuffling their seats. They didn't understand repositioning is only changing the position from where they are sitting. So in our classes also, if my communication is not correct, the child will tend to do something wrong. And we see that you did not understand this also. I have repeated this 5 times. You repeat 10 times. But if the instruction or the communication that you are doing is not correct, the child will never understand. So communication inside the class is something that brings engagement. Otherwise, someone is doing something else, other is doing something else, the third person is doing something else, the fourth person is looking at me what to do next. Right? So communication is something very, very important. And for that communication is important for the collaboration. And I have given you the sheets of collaboration. Can we move to the slide here? So communication and collaboration go hand in hand. We have 7 norms of collaboration. We will not be doing an activity right now. If you get time, we will do it. Otherwise, sheets are with you. So, why are these being there in place? In the first place, why should we know about them? When I give an activity in a class, and I've given some instructions, correct instructions, so that everybody is in the same page, and then I'll ask them to follow all these 7 while they do their activity. When I say all the 7, that means, suppose I have given a task of discussing or debating about a topic. Let's say genetically modified crops are boon or bane. Let's say that's the topic I've given, and I've asked them to discuss. If one is speaking, other should not speak. Give a pause. Pausing is very important when you do a collaborative discussion, right? Then paraphrasing. Usually we also don't do paraphrasing. For example, let's say I've asked a question in the class, the child has given some answer. Some child has raised their hand and the child has given some answer. I'll say, this is wrong answer, sit down. I'm not encouraging the child. What I say, maybe you meant that, this is the thing, but this could be this way also. So what I'm trying to do, I'm not giving a negative comment for a child that whatever you have answered is wrong. I say, you thought maybe this is the answer, but this could be the better answer. That is paraphrasing. In a crew also, somebody says something. So instead of saying, whatever you're saying is wrong, let me explain. I'll say, okay, in continuation with what you said, this can be added. That is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is very important when you do a collaborative activity. I am rephrasing the other sentence. Somebody is saying something. I am not saying this is wrong sentence. I am just paraphrasing it. Rechanging the sentence, I am putting it forward. That's called as paraphrasing. And then putting ideas on table. I am not ignoring a single child of the crew. I am taking everybody's point into consideration when I do a crew task. Child 1, child 2, child 3, child 4, child 5. All 5 pointers, I will note this down. I am not ignoring. This child doesn't know anything, ma'am. Leave it. We will do. We'll complete.